Hello everyone, it is Anthony Gamer here, and today you are going to watch me playing Horror House Winter Remake when it's originally thought that it was a Granny Remake Android port, but instead I found this version in, period. So before we start here, we got a little disclaimer of warning. Our team is not responsible for your actions. The game Granny Horror Remake is fictional. Though it's called Horror House Winter Remake. Why I decided to change the name? Copyright issue? Possibly 100%. And the fact that it's called fictional, isn't Granny's already fictitious? And every of her story, Slendrina, like those myths, theories, they're not really real. So I'm not sure what's the point of them putting this warning saying that the game is fictional even though it's already fictitious. So yeah, the game may contain scary and sudden moments or jump scare. So yeah, actions in the game are not real. Of course, again, games, they're just based on like fictitious way. Again, do not attempt to replicate the actions shown in the game. It is very dangerous. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. I'm not sure what's the point of you put this warning, even though there are plenty of better, much more violent graphics horror games. For instance, Resident Evil, Walking Dead, like those type of games. They don't even provide this type of warnings. I don't think so. But because I think the developer had taken way too seriously of those players who are attempting to play the game and then they acted in real life, which I don't think they would really do that, would they? I mean, I don't think so. But yeah, so that's all for the warning. We're just gonna agree it, accept the warning, and then move on to the main screen. And it is called Granny Horror Remake Winter Edition. So the game is originally called this, but then it changed into Horror House Winter Remake. This goes by VO3KE Games, if I wasn't wrong. If I do, then I'll just leave it in the description. So this game is pretty much a Granny Remake. Granny Remake. But it's not like the whole remastered of the original. Instead, it's the whole new layout, new gameplay, just same characters concept. So yeah, in the language we can either choose two languages such as English and Russia, because the developer of this game were also from Russia. The previous game that we have played were also from Russia, DH Animation, and then the previous game that we played was also Russia, Slendrina 2D but in 3D person. We have played so many horror games remastered that were originated from the Russians. Like, who would have thought that Russians are so eager to make a lots of Granny remakes out there? They are huge fans of developer. In fact, like the most fan number one developer fans. That's Russia for you. So yeah, we're gonna try this out. And I originally wanted to do and planning to make a gameplay about Granny Remake but mobile version. There is one that someone shared it before. It was the one called Grabby, but then I got this instead because that video doesn't provide link. I hope that someday we could get to play that game and yeah, try to experience it on how to play, how to feel like to play Granny Remake in phones, Taking note that I have played this game before, and this is in my first recording. So I think I have just a little bit of expectation on what to do. So I think we have to find 4 keys to open the gates in the front yard, which I would say that it's not gonna be that easy because Granny in this game is very, very active. For instance, we got one key, and maybe we can use one in here. All right, only 3 keys left. Okay, that didn't really work for me before, because I've been struggling to find a plan, an idea on what to do with those keys. And then now when I look at the gate, there are a bunch of locks in it. So yeah, now my thought is that it might be for those, the keys for those padlocks. Of course, it wouldn't be so for something else. Now I still don't know if we get caught in the game. I don't know if it's like resets everything, because that didn't really like shown before. So I'm gonna have to experience that later, because we have unlocked one padlock, indicating that if we get caught, the lock might be still on the ground or permanently go back into its normal spot. So I'm gonna find out. Okay, now I'm in the warehouse, and we got a shovel. I don't know what it's for, so we're just gonna leave it there for now. We'll go inside to this room and found another key. So we're just gonna go back outside and look carefully for Granny or Grabby. Is that her? Is that right there? I can't really tell. If so, then we are kind of far away from her. Okay, where is she now? We could also tell her where her directions by hearing the chase theme, so that would be a good way to keep ourselves secure. Need a hammer to break this lock. So you're saying that one of these grounds might have a dirt, and inside of it might have a hammer. Is that why the shovel exists? Are they like replicating the same way of Hello Neighbor? Because Hello Neighbor also have this kind of concept where they hide things inside the grounds. But we don't know which ground it would be. Oh, there comes the villain. Now if you don't know how it looks like that. It's just a shadow, but when we get close to her, it is no longer a shadow. It's something completely different that would make you scared for your entire life. I think she has lost our track. Very nice. Alright. Let's go back inside and find another keys. We're in some sort of a living room with a broken TV. Okay. We have been to that room, but not this room. This is a bedroom, which is very messy, like the first room that we have spotted. Yeah, very messy. And what we have here, is it just me, or are those donuts that Granny had puked or pooped out, or it's just her poop that is in the form of donuts? What I'm trying to say is that it's either that they wasted donuts or they pooped like donuts. It's very strange to think about it. If one of them did have shaped like donuts, right, we get caught. No, does that mean that we have to reset everything? We're gonna have to go back to the outside. Okay, by doing that, it's not gonna be that hard. Just go here to the right and see if everything's still like as usual. It is reset. What the world? What the world? So we only have to do only once. That's not fair, to be honest. To be honest with you, that is not fair. That is not fair that you have to expect us to do everything back to the beginning. It makes things even more impossible. Like, we have to be very careful now. She's not gonna be always outside like right now, because she sometimes could be inside. I knew things would be not so easy after all. Of course, there will be a prize. I think she's inside. Another bad thing is that you could only grab one items per once. So if you get another key, you cannot use those keys. Need a key, and a hammer. Is the shovel count as hammer? Uh-oh. I am playing it really weirdly right now. Because I have to hold it while using my pointer finger. That's not the way. Right, back to the house. There's only one way to go inside house. So that should make things easy. The back door doesn't open. That's good. Ooh, is this the hammer that we're talking about? I didn't expect to see a hammer right here. But now we do. Granny! I heard her. I still hear... Yep. I still hear her. And she won't stop chasing me until this point. Now she stopped. Yeah. Go back to the house. Or to the front. Yeah, that's a weird, strange looking granny. Because in the original, she doesn't have hair. So yeah. There you go. Does she hear noise? Does she gonna come back? Of course she doesn't. She doesn't hear noises. It's all about the patterns. At this point, I really just want her to go outside. I wanted her to be outside and not, fooling around inside of the house, because I think that would be so catastrophic. And I do not like the idea of her staying in the house while we have to be so careful. Okay, now there she is. Another weird thing, when I picked up the shovel before and I used it against her, that kind of stopped her a bit. Now, do you think that the shovel is our defensive weapon? Just to make her to stop, like, for a couple of seconds. Come here. Come here. Yes, there you go. That's nice. Now, why don't you go play around in the front yard? Like a little children. There you go. Now, why don't you just stop there and enjoy what you're doing? I'm gonna go back to the house now. You can always call your daddy whatever you want. Because there's some problems in the house. Right, where have I spot the other key? I thoroughly concerned now. Oh, here. Here it is. Here's the key. Okay, now let's go. Yeah, I hear her again. Was it always at the same time? Boop, okay. One more. Really? Just one more? I need Granny to be outside. Granny! Granny's only one more. One more, then we're done. But I don't know where it is. I think it's anywhere but the basement. We found nothing in the basement before. I don't know if I had explored the basement in this video. I kind of forgot, but I think I did. There you are. I'm just gonna keep running because I think I hear her groaning all the time. There you go. She is so creepy in shadow. Look at that. What would you do when you got chased by a granny with this kind of figure? Right here. Do not stop. Don't stop. Okay. Okay, now why don't you hang out in this particular area and I'm gonna go back to the house. Trying to find the last key. I'm gonna have to assume that it would be in... No, it can't be here. No, it can't be. That'll be too easy. I'm gonna have to say it would be in this room. Or this room. If she came back to the house, then we have to lure her inside of this room. This is a big giant spot that we can pretty much get her to be fooled. If only that she's going back to the house. I see no key. Great. Fantastic. Found no key. Bathroom. Okay. Warehouse. I'm really scared, not because of Granny's presence, but because we have the last key and we don't know where to expect the key would be. So that makes me a little bit frightened. And also, her location is nowhere to be found. We didn't check fully upstairs though. It could be upstairs. Yep. Alright, time to be very stealthy. I don't know how. Should we just go down? I have no idea where she is. Let's just go. I don't want to go to that spot yet. She might be there. Okay, let's observe. I think I see no one. So I think we're good to go. Wait a second, is that her? It's like a dress. Oh, never mind, it's just a grass. Granny? Oh, there she is. Okay, time to go. See you later, Granny. Winter edition completed. So let me just explain to you. The game requires you to get 4 keys to open a gate. Not 4 keys actually, 3 keys and a hammer. Now I would really going to give you a bit of a hint on how to get yourself out of Granny's sight. If you got yourself a shovel, they don't necessarily mean a things that you would dig a ground. They could also use it for a defensive weapon, which explained why when the first time that I used it, it stopped Granny for like a couple of seconds. It's like made her stop for a bit and realizing that, oh, something that just hit my legs. Granny would just scream like that because I think we just break her legs using the shovels. I mean, if you've seen like any of those memes where they use shovel to their face, I think that's what they really referencing to. But yeah, it's kind of weird that they don't really reference it like Hello Neighbor, where you have to go and dig up a ground and find something inside and probably another items. But instead, they just claim it a shovel as a defensive weapon. Very odd. A weird way to describe an actual item. It's functional. you know. So yeah, that is all for today's video. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. This is me playing Granny Horror Remake, or Horror House Winter Remake. Overall, the game is it's a pretty much a whole new concept, still based off Granny. The character were mostly inspired by Granny Remake, and all combined together, and we got this. There's a sequel to it, so we're gonna try that one out. I think it's the sequel, so yeah, I think this is the first one that we played. There is a sequel, so we're gonna try that soon. So I guess that's all. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to download this game, I'll leave in the description. That is all for today's video. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in another Horror Games. Bye bye! Goodbye, Granny, or Grabby, with a very strange blondie hair.